today we have a sexual health workshop going on. We brought in all our staff from Inuit that work in sexual health field. I'm glad that we get to do Inuit-led programming and bring it back to our Inuit communities.
We're in Goose Bay for the Timiga Ikumajuq workshop. It's basically like an artistic way to have conversations about gender and sexuality. I think a huge part of it is just like you're not taught healthy relationships in school, or you're taught them in a way that's not participatory. You know, it's a worksheet that's handed out.
We don't really talk much about this in our education system at home or anything like that, you know, so I think if we have educated people, educated leaders in our communities, you know, it's going to make our communities much more comfortable and people are going to feel more safe.
When I was in high school, sex ed was very much about the reproductive system or learning about condoms and how to use condoms. But Timiga Ikumajuq is more about the overall picture of what it means to be in a relationship and how to have a healthy relationship with yourself, but also others.
So, I'm Sephora Mearns. I am originally from Panaktuk, and I live in Iqaluit. Again, I work at Qaggiavuut Health Research Center, and my favorite food is sushi. You know, there's so many different ways that we show love, and so in each group, maybe you can kind of take a corner.
So this is a train the trainer workshop, and so we're basically running through all the different exercises that we would give to youth. But I think it's one of those things where it's like everyone has their different experience of sex education. Whether it was just in the community, whether it was in school, like everyone has different ways of relating to it. And so I think in going to kind of facilitate this for other people, you will have to do your own self-exploration and your own work to see like, okay, where do I relate to this? Like, how open am I? Like, how uncomfortable does having these conversations make me? Or am I at ease? Why am I at ease?
It's so important to have open-mindedness and acceptance for gender diversity and sexual diversity, whether you're pansexual, bisexual, heterosexual. It's so important to be mindful of all of them.
In Nunavut, we have very high rates of sexually transmitted infections. The rates of STIs in Nunavut are about 10 to 15 times higher than in other parts of Canada. We wanted to develop an intervention that incorporated our strengths, the arts, into a workshop that would help young people talk about what's going on for them with sexual health and with their relationships.
Timiga Ikumajuq, the word in Inuit Timiga means my body. Ikumajuq means the light or something that's bright. Art is such an important tool to express your emotions, because when we do these workshops, we also do like the body mapping, where we get them to trace their bodies and then do art on their body maps about how they feel, whether it's about identity. Sometimes we talk about how we show love. We also do like anti-bullying activities where we ask them to write all the negative things that they have said to other people or that things other people have said to them. And then we ask them to, tear it apart. And usually they don't know that they have to put it back together. And when we tell them that, they're like, gosh, how are we gonna put this back together after, tearing it apart in many pieces? And then we talk about the importance of how words can hurt others and how much fixing an individual needs.
The next exercise we're gonna do is called Wayongnuk, and it's specific to Greenlandic Inuit. So we use this practice here just because it's like the embodiment of our goal to express sexuality and be comfortable with ourselves and our bodies.
I think what we what we want to be able to do is create spaces that is inclusive of everyone, non-binary, you know, all of these identities are important and have experiences that are valuable.
It just gave me a open-mindedness, mindfulness, to just understand more about love, sex, and our own self, and how we project it into the world. It was really nice and really expressive, safe place to be able to talk about sexual health and sexual genders and sexual orientations. There are a lot of contributing factors to youth, maybe even to suicide, mental health issues. Just really want to put it out there that it's okay, you know, to be honest with yourself, with your circle of people that you trust.
The majority of Nunavut's population is under the age of 25. The hope is that someday this program will be run in all of our schools and in all of our communities.
It's really neat to see people learning and, you know, coming in here and with an open mind and being non-judgmental and kind of, you know, accepting to learn all the different things that they don't know, and not just like being scared of it, but asking more questions and just trying to be as knowledgeable as they can to bring back to their communities.